Hey guys, welcome to the weekly Wednesday live stream. It is so great to have all of you here. Thank you so much for joining the stream. Now, I'm very excited for this stream this week because I figured maybe we could talk a little bit American Horror Story, kind of like theories that we have for this episode coming up tonight. Now, I'm so excited about the episode tonight, guys. Not gonna lie. We're gonna be basically halfway through this section of High Tide. So I'm really wondering what we're going to get. And hey, Katie, it is so great to have you here. Thank you so much. Oops, I'm on the wrong section. There we go. That way we can show all of you wonderful people that are here. Hi, Katie. Hello, Road Hill Entertainment. So great to have you. Allie, of course, it is so great to have you. One of my beloved patrons. Adam, thank you so much for being here. I'm very excited for tonight, too. Blaze, it is so great to have you. I watched the brand new Grace and Frankie this past weekend. And, of course, they had June Diane Raphael. And, of course, she does the great Blaze impression. So, anyway. Angry Fan, great to have you. Bogdan, thank you so much. Love you so much, too. Thank you for being here. Oh, Allie, I'm so sorry. It's been a bad day. Girl, pour yourself a glass of wine and let's talk some American Horror Story. Zach, that guy says, I have lots of theories, but I watched the trailer in super slow mo. I did try to do that, Zach. I got your request. I got your message, and I was trying to do that, and I actually pulled up the trailer for tonight's episode. Sometimes I don't like to spoil myself. Sometimes I don't care. But since Hulu doesn't show the episode for the next week, I didn't understand what we were going to get this week. So I'm really excited to hear your theories. Jake Ring, what's up, squad? So glad to have you. Chrissy, so glad to have you too, Chrissy. Thank you. She says, hi, I'd pay Francis Conroy to drink my blood. Yes, I don't blame you. I have my 6 Feet Under series with, of course, the beautiful and lovely Francis Conroy. I loved her in that series. I've loved her in so many things, but I totally agree. She can eat my body any day. It's okay. So let's get into some kind of comments. Let's get into just a little bit of chit chat about what's going on tonight, what's been going on this season so far, and of course, probably what we should expect tonight. So if you guys have any theories or anything special you want me to read, go ahead and put them in the comments because I will be hitting comments in about maybe 5 or 10 minutes. So, as usual, guys, I don't like to be spoiled when it comes to American Horror Story and the episodes. I like to go in just thinking with my own ideas and what I've gotten from the series. But I couldn't help myself. I definitely watched the previews for tonight's episode, and I'm really excited for it, especially since I truly believe that Belle and Austin are going to kill Mickey tonight, because Austin and Belle are in the car, and in the preview, Belle turns around and she's got a gun and she points it at somebody. And before the preview showed that she was pointing the gun at Harry, but now it doesn't show the person who she's pointing the gun at. So I'm really thinking that it's Mickey, because Mickey broke her number 1 rule, which is you don't kill anyone from P-Town. And of course, that's what Mickey did. He went down to the old dock. I love that. If it wasn't like a live stream, then hello, Cooksy, then I would absolutely use the words. But absolutely, the person that I think, it's okay, don't worry, it's okay. My husband is trying to take Cookie for me because he was right here and he loves his mom, so I don't think it's gonna work. But what I think is definitely going to happen is that Dennis O'Hare is going to come up. It looks like Harry is at the beginning of the episode because he's still dressed in the same clothes as we left him in last week. It's okay, honey, don't worry. Thank you. So I truly believe that he's going to come home And at the beginning of the episode, and Dennis O'Hare is going to be standing there, and he's going to be in his house, and he's obviously going to be connected to this episode. So I know we are getting him tonight, and I'm really excited for Dennis O'Hare. I'm thinking that he is probably a past person who has taken the pill as well, and I don't know, maybe he wants to come back to P-Town to meet the newest and best writer, and that's taking over Netflix now and everything. So it's highly possible that that's the kind of character he could play. Let me know what you guys think Dennis is going to play in this episode. So I really do sadly believe that our Mickey is going to come to an end in this episode because he killed one of the guys from the dock. And so I do believe Belle and Austin will take him out in order to avoid Adina Porter's sheriff, finding out what's going on. Which I also think that poor Adina. So, okay, guys, spoilers, though. We're talking theories and spoilers in this. So if you do not want to be spoiled, and if you do not want to know things that we think are going to happen tonight, then don't watch this, okay? But I really highly, truly believe we're also going to get Angelica Ross tonight as the chemist, either in a flashback, some kind of a memory, because I don't think we're going to meet her just yet. And in my opinion, the preview that came out recently that shows that Red Tide and the second episode, half of the season are connected. That that black pill has just been eating away at me. Like, does it work? Does it really do this? And there was something that I really wondered too, like the people who took the pill and they were talentless, and so they turned out to be as vampires. Who sharpened their teeth? Did it happen naturally over time? Which, I'm so sorry, guys. My dog is leaning up against my computer and he's totally moving the camera. I'm so sorry. Please excuse me. So how did the people who have no talent, how did they get their teeth sharpened? And another thing, too, that I want to come to is that I've heard the theory that the pill doesn't actually work, and that it's just something, okay, I know, baby, I love you too. And that it's something that my sweet husband is trying to lure the dog away. And that the pill is something that's kind of like in your mind, especially since it's so broad of what the pill can actually do and how it works on artists and what defines an artist, somebody as creative. So it is very hectic sometimes to kind of get the understanding of what this pill is and what it does. So I hope we get more information. One thing I definitely want to talk to you guys about, because I want to know your opinion, is number one, who's going to eat Doris's baby? And number two, is Doris going to take the pill, or has she already taken the pill? And I think that's really one big thing that a lot of fans are absolutely going on about right now, is that either Doris has taken the pill, she's kind of understood the pill and the concept of it, and she's taken it, and she's one of these talentless hacks, sadly, and she will turn into one of the things that's in P-Town. I think that's a high probability, and I do love that theory. But what I love even more is that Doris is going to take the pill this episode. It's going to inspire her, and it will inspire her baby as well. Her baby will also get these huge creative impulses, because we know that Harry and Doris are very highly creative. We know their offspring, Alma, is also highly creative. So it would make very good sense that the show would write that the baby is going to be creative as well. So I would just love that Doris takes the pill. It affects her and the baby, and like... I would just love to see them take that somewhere where maybe like the baby just starts like walking out already with like a novel already done that he wrote in the womb or something. I think that'd be hilarious. But this is horror story. So my really dark thought is that Doris will eat her own baby. I know, it's so sick and it's disgusting. I'm so sorry to even say it. But it's not like AHS hasn't done something gross like this in the past. I mean, don't forget, guys, they're the ones who also had the kids that ate their parents in like the school and hotel. So in my opinion, going somewhere like that with Doris down a really dark alley with her and that baby is highly probable. Let's talk also about Doris and this baby. There's no baby clothes. There's no baby monitor. There's no bottles. There's no nothing set up for this kid. There's no crib. They don't even mention the baby. The only way you would ever know that this family is having any kind of a baby whatsoever is if Doris wasn't practically, like 9 months pregnant. Her belly is sticking out so far. So, and plus her belly button is also sticking out. That's kind of like a little turkey timer telling you, hey, bitch, I'm done. It's time to come out. So, in my opinion, Doris is pretty damn close to giving birth. Where's her baby doctor? Where's the pediatrician? I mean, there's just a birthing plan. I mean, there's just so many things that you do. And you guys out there that are parents, or you have brothers and sisters, or you remember, or you know what it's like when somebody close to you has a baby. You know there's things. I mean, their house is even filled up with crap, even at 6 months when they're pregnant. So why doesn't Doris have a crib? Why doesn't she have a doctor or a birthing plan? Like I said, they've never even mentioned the baby. Is it a boy or a girl? What are they going to name it? I mean, she's never even looked at her stomach and rubbed her stomach to touch the baby. Baby hasn't even moved. I mean, Doris has been getting a little sick lately. I do know that. And so I do wonder if maybe she did take the pill, and for her, it's, instead of getting creative, she's getting sick, sadly, from it. But something is definitely suspicious because they move up there for 3 months and they bring nothing for this baby. I mean, look, I'm sorry, guys, but I've had 4 freaking kids. Mothers like to nest. They want to know that they're going to bring their baby home somewhere that's prepared, ready, sterile. You guys know what I'm talking about. And there is absolutely not one trace of this in any of the first 2 episodes. And as far as I see, it's neither in the third either. So there is something absolutely strange at the fact that neither Harry, Doris, nor Alma acknowledged the fact that Doris is having a baby. I mean, it's almost like Doris read about the legends, like maybe that's been told of P-Town, and she put the idea in her husband's head to get up there, and she grew that baby specifically to like feed herself after she starts taking the pill. I mean, I think that would obviously be a great little twist, that this was all Doris's plan, and she got pregnant with this baby specifically so she could ingest it and like be famous. I mean, she really did seem obsessed with Instagram and Lime. So I don't know. That really definitely seems like a dark turn, a very good little twist, but I don't see the show going that route. They do absolutely seem to have these weird connections and relationships with parents and children, so it would absolutely make sense that they would go that route, but I just don't think they're going to. I just like to talk about these kinds of theories. So I believe the baby will be coming soon. And again, I believe I saw one of the promos that indicated that the baby will be coming out soon. And I mean, obviously, she's so pregnant. So again, it just doesn't make any sense how Doris and Harry and Alma can just all pack up. There's not one thing for the baby. They don't mention the baby. Even when Doris is throwing up and, she was like, I thought I was done with this stage of my pregnancy. It's just the vernacular that she uses to describe the baby, the pregnancy, and the experience. It's just not normal, in my opinion. And there's got to be a reason to that. In my opinion, Ryan and Brad have a reason for her and the family being disconnected from this baby. So I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Now, the second half of the show, I do see a little comment right here from Blaze. He's asking, what do you think the second part will be about? And I believe it's going to be about JFK making a deal with like the aliens, because there is a conspiracy theory out there. I wouldn't really call it a theory. It's kind of a little proof to back it up there. But there's a theory out there that suggests that our government knows about aliens. And in fact, we made a deal with them many years ago that they can come to Earth anytime they want, but they just can't take our planet. Anyway, there's just this whole big conspiracy theory idea that the government knows about the aliens, the alien knows about us, and those two like big heads are together. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody sent me a message privately, and I was like, "What? Who's that?" But it's my daughter. So I definitely believe it's going to be something like that. Maybe that's when the idea of the pill will come into effect, because the alien race wants to make humans a little bit more like them. So, in my opinion, that's probably more what the black pill is. It will like morph your DNA into somewhat like of an alien DNA. Especially for creative people, it will probably work. And for other people, it won't. It will morph you like into a blood-sucking monster. So I definitely feel that these two seasons are absolutely tied, and that pill is especially going to be in both seasons. So I am really excited about the episodes that are coming up. So let's take a couple of comments, guys, and let me see what is going on in the comments. Now, I apologize. There are a lot of them. Madison, it is so great to have you. Madison is a long-time subscriber, and it is so wonderful to have you. Thank you so much for being here, Dead Pop Star. I agree, Robbie. I am loving Macaulay Culkin. I do not hope that he dies that fast. I hope that we will get more of him. But seeing as he did break the cardinal rule and he did kill someone in P-Town, his days are sadly limited because Belle and Austin are going to want to take him out so he doesn't cause attention to the new sheriff, who, in my opinion, is going to be murdered by Alma. I think the sheriff is going to come to Harry's house. I don't know why. Maybe because he's still there. She's coming to check up on him. Maybe she's got a lead. They've left trails of dead bodies everywhere. So I don't understand why the sheriff wouldn't even come to Harry's house. Let's also talk about the fact that the sheriff says that this is the most safest place to live, because it is obviously not. You go to the grocery store and you are hit up by zombies. It's worse than Austin here and the homeless. There's homeless literally on every fucking street corner. It's really sad and depressing. And you think you're lucky stars that, you still have a roof over your head, because they don't. However, in these American Horror Story episodes, the vampires are everywhere, like the homeless is in Austin. And it's really sad. All the sheriff has to do is go to the fucking grocery store, and she's going to see these vampires. They are literally there, sniffing around, looking for everybody. I don't understand how she looks the other way. It just honestly doesn't make sense to me. She can easily see these vampires if she just goes around town, or shit, to the graveyard. She never does. Anyway, so I absolutely say Zach, that guy says, and I would down that pill so fast, like 3 at a time. Absolutely. I completely agree. I wouldn't do it, but it would be fun to do. I just want to know, like, how would my work change on the pill? Because for someone such as me, who's an author, I totally understand. And I've also written a screenplay, well, a pilot series. So, excuse me, I've written a pilot episode, not the entire series. So I understand the frustration that it is, and how hard it is to tell everything you're trying to tell in one scene with one conversation and in that short amount of time. I completely get that. So I am absolutely loving the fact that, Harry is trying to write that pilot. It's just something so much easy to relate to, and I'm just absolutely enjoying it very much. Allie says that I think Harry is writing the second half of the series, or he is writing AHS, also Cookie Heart. Oh, thank you. Maybe he is writing it. I have absolutely no idea. I don't think he will be. A lot of people say that, like in certain past episodes, that it's all been part of Maniac, which was Lana Winter's book, but I don't think that, as well. And I just don't think we're going to get certain aspects of AHS that we want, that we as fans are asking for. And I agree, Blaze. I love TB Karen too, especially her calling everybody a fuckface. That is hilarious, because that's exactly what Margaret called her husband in the season finale of AHS. when she shot him in the penis. Blakey, you don't have to leave. I'm going to be done with my live stream in just a moment. So, okay. My husband is home, so I just want to make sure he's comfortable. So I absolutely, so I mean, I don't remember what I was saying because my husband took out on my head. I'm so sorry. My daughter is very good too, and it makes me wonder if she's going to jump in the future and be the main character. Oh, the daughter is very good too. It makes me wonder if she's going to jump into the future and be the main character. I'm sorry, now I remember what I was saying. So I don't think that we're going to get Harry's novel in the second half. And plus, we don't know what Harry was writing. However, I did manage to capture a screenshot, and it was not a history script. So I mean, it's possible. It is highly possible that Harry is writing the second half of the season, but I don't think that's what they're going to do with it. So thank you, Robbie, so much. I do like Alma very much. However, as far as I know, the second half of season 10 takes place in the past. So, in the early 60s when JFK was president. So I don't think we're going to get a jump into the future. I mean, but they could do it like the way that they did with Asylum when they aged Lana Winters at the end, and we're, with her and her son. So I don't want to spoil shit for anybody. So just remember, to take heed when you're listening to these live streams. Christy says, I think Doris's baby might tie in with the other half. Well, like the other 4 episodes. I can't believe episode 3 is tonight, guys. Then we're basically just going to have episode 5 and 6, and then we're going to be done with Red Tide. So we're halfway through the first half of the season so far. And I can't believe how fast it's going. Hey, BRT, so glad to have you. Guys, don't forget, if you are enjoying the live stream, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. I'd be very grateful. YouTube cares about that shit. I don't, but YouTube does. So let's try to make them happy. Zach, that guy, says, I think Dennis is going to be looking for a missing friend that got ate by the vamps. Oh, I think that's a really good theory there. Bogdan is asking, do you think the second half of the season is Area 51 related? I think it's possible that they're going to take President JFK there, yes, to show him that aliens are, in fact, true, and to prove it to him. Zach, that guy, says, I think the daughter's going to end up eating someone she shouldn't and gets the attention on the town. Oh, see, Zach, that's probably why the sheriff will be there tonight at Harry's house, which that might be who surprises Harry at the beginning of the episode. Harry walks into his house and he's surprised by somebody standing in the kitchen. And I think it's Dennis O'Hare, but it could be Adina Porter's character as the sheriff. Maybe Alma brought some attention to herself. One thing, though, I truly do feel is that Doris is going to take Alma to the hospital. She's going to see her daughter munching on a squirrel. And in my opinion, I think any person that is in their right mind and logical would take their child to a hospital. So I definitely believe that's how we're going to end up in the hospital tonight. Dylan J7 says, I think it's interesting that Hotel's vampires and Red Tide's vampires both represent addiction. Right? Absolutely. Jake is asking, what is everyone's theories on the red lights? And I do have to say that the red light probably represents hunger. And that's why Belle flipped her light off after TB Karen delivered the baby to her because her appetite had been slaked. So I think that's what the red light means, is that hunger. They're hungry. So if somebody wants to volunteer their services, that's probably what the red light is for. Stay away unless you want to be eaten, literally. So that's what I think that the red lights are for. If you guys want to absolutely tell us about that. Christy says, I'm from Las Vegas, and it would be so freaking cool if they had a Las Vegas shot, at least one in the other half. Christy, do you still live in Las Vegas? Because if you do, I think it would be badass. I have a reoccurring dream every single night that I'm in an elevator going to the top of the MGM Grand, and I've got my phone with me, and I'm going to take a picture of something incredible up there. But every time the doors open to the rooftop, I wake up. And so Blake and I have a determination to go to Vegas soon so I can actually fulfill this reoccurring dream that I have. Is there anything on top of the MGM Grand? I mean, I know we've seen from like the Hangover, it's just a roof, but I'm not getting that from the movie. However, I do have reoccurring dreams, and lately it's for a long time now, it's been going to the top of the MGM Grand for some reason. Aliens, probably. It is close to Area 51. The Black Sheep Soap says, I don't think Austin took or Belle took the pill. I think they are getting people hooked on it. That's a very interesting claim because Belle and Austin were already famous in their own right before they came to P-Town. So, that would make sense. Because of the other people that are coming there, they're struggling. They have no absolute popularity before they came there. They're unknowns. That's the whole point. But Belle and Austin are definitely not nobodies. They were somebody in writing before they went to Providencetown. So, that's a very good little theory there you have, Black Sheep Soaps. I love that. Thank you so much. Mason Maddox says, I think the red lights are for the vamps to know who not to eat or who to attack, maybe. I think that's a good theory, too. I mean, absolutely, there's a reason why those red lights are there. And guys, yes, Late Night Snacks will be streaming tomorrow night, guys, at 9 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and at 10 p.m. What is that? Oh, my God. I'm sorry. I'm having a brain fart. I know Central, Eastern Standard, Pacific, whatever the M stands for. You guys know what I'm talking about. So it's at 11 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So join them as well. They're going to be talking about AHS Double Feature, Episode 3. And I'm also going to be doing something as well. But guys, don't forget the link to Late Night Snacks is in the description. So absolutely go and subscribe to them. So that way, if you want to do some chit-chatting afterwards, after the episode is over, and you want to just talk to some awesome people about the episodes, definitely go subscribe to Late Night Snacks. Have a Laugh says, what if the pill uses what talent you have until you're completely drained of all talent, then you become a pale person? That is a really good theory because Austin and Belle are quite the pale little bitches, aren't they? Especially Austin. I mean, Austin literally looks like he's just seen a ghost every single second of his life. Like literally, it looks like he does not get out of the sun ever. So that's a very good theory. Have a Laugh. Thank you for sharing that. Dylan J7 says hotel vampires also seem to have more physical supernatural, while red tide vampires are more mentally supernatural. Okay. AHS Crave, thank you so much for being here. You are awesome. Zach, that guy, says, I think Doris is going to take the pill from being jealous of her husband and her daughter. But do you guys really think that Doris would do that because she's pregnant? I mean, at first I thought no sane or logical pregnant woman would ever do that, but Doris doesn't seem to be the normal sane or logical pregnant woman, with, again, the mention of nothing of the baby, nor nothing getting ready for the baby. I mean, they knew they were coming to P-Town for 3 months. If she's 8.5 months pregnant, or even 8 months pregnant, or even 7 months pregnant, it doesn't matter, even 6 months pregnant. You need to plan to have that baby in Providencetown. And she's not. She has not done one thing. There's not one shred of baby clothes, bottles. There's not even a breast pump. So I'm really skeptical about what's going on with Doris and her baby. Thank you so much. Have a Laugh. They said, I think Doris will end up eating her baby. Thank you so much for sharing my theory on that. Mind you, I understand it's very dark and disgusting and bloody, but I think it's highly likely that Doris is going to end up eating that baby. I don't think Karen's going to be able to steal it for Belle, because I think after Doris has the baby, she's going to take the pill, and then she'll come to understand that her own baby will give her better creative juices, and that's what she'll turn to. So, like I said, excuse me, either that or she already had the whole thing planned out. So we'll see. Excuse me, guys. Yes, welcome to the Freak Show, AHS Crave. Mama is going to give you love. AHS Crave wants to know if I would take the pill. No. I am an author, and I would, even though I'd love to see how my work would be different on the pill than not, I draw the line at eating babies and humans for my talent. I'll be a regular old, ordinary B grade or probably an F grade author. I don't need fame and money or a deal from Netflix. That's not going to make me happy in life. You guys make me happy in life. Doing these live streams make me happy in life. So absolutely nope. But please let me know if you guys would. Allie says, no, not Mickey. By the way, Macaulay Culkin, he was made to be on here. My internship training showed a clip of a movie I never knew he was in. As a kid proves it, The Good Son. Oh, yeah, he was great in that movie with Elijah Wood. That was a really good movie. I really hope they don't kill off Mickey tonight. But in my opinion, it is definitely Mickey is going to lead to his own demise. Especially, in my opinion, he's going to tell Ursula the secret to what's been going on in P-Town. And he's going to also be busted for eating people in town. So I think, sadly, poor Mickey is just meeting his end. So I think Chief Burleson is a mermaid, says Jake. I know, right? Where the hell are the mermaids? I know that like things were supposed to be washing up on shore, and I know that it's been dead bodies. So that makes a lot of sense. But I kind of thought maybe we'd get some sirens in this, but I don't know about it. We'll see. Jesse says, was it me, or did the baby Karen have Belle, or did the baby that Karen give to Belle sounded kind of like a monster at first? So maybe she's raising the babies that have the vampire transformation. And what if Bartholomew is a part of it? No, I don't think it's something as complicated as that. I just think she loves to eat babies because it's their blood and their skin and everything about them is more pure. Though it does kind of make you wonder, because Austin and Belle did say to Harry that what fills them up is about 4.5 pints of blood. And a human carries about 9, so him and Belle split that, and that makes them full. So it would make you wonder, a baby doesn't probably have 9 pints due to their size. So how would a baby satisfy her? Maybe it's something more spiritual than that. Maybe eating a baby to the people who take the black pill, maybe it's something more than that. Maybe we'll find out this episode. That's why I'm so excited for tonight, guys. I actually did get a service. My sweet husband, the UT games start this weekend. So my sweet husband got us a cable service so he can watch the games this weekend. And Cookie is trying to also bring you the news. My baby, I love my baby so much. So we got a new package. So I'll be able to watch AHS tonight. Oh, Cookie's so sweet. He's got his hand on mine again. So Blake and I are going to watch it tonight. And I'm really excited for that because I banned him from watching stories with me because, of course, he ruined Ball for me. And now he doesn't know really what's going on. So Alicia, thank you so much for being here, Alicia. Guys, Alicia is a longtime sub, one of my moderators, and she is just incredible. Show her lots of love in the comments. She says, hey, y'all, Doris is definitely going into labor from taking a pill, and the baby genius busts out 100%. I love that idea. I didn't even think about her taking the pill and it affecting like the baby as being some kind of creative genius and wanting to like come out because of that. So that absolutely is a really good idea. I love your theory. BRT says, I didn't realize till Mary mentioned it. They've not prepared at all for the baby. There's no baby room, no crib weeding. It's new owner. Yeah, that baby's doomed. Right? I mean, seriously. I mean, why would you have a baby and not get prepared for it? And they didn't mention adoption or anything else like that, or that they're surrogates. I mean, guys, you have to understand here. I was really, Jake. Oh, for you guys who have been a part of my channel for as long as Jake has, you guys would know that I turn everybody into the seasons into a witch. I always have a witch theory video. I love you, Jake Ring. Doris is clearly a witch. She's going to bewitch that baby. But yeah, I mean, again, there's just, there's no preparation for this baby. And again, you wouldn't even know that she was pregnant unless she physically, wasn't showing. And so I thought maybe she's okay. Cookie really does love his mom. He keeps holding over my hand. He just loves his mom so much. I love you too, baby. There's just nothing about this baby that I could understand in my mind that would kind of explain why nobody's preparing, named this kid, gotten bottles or a breast pump. A gynecologist, you need a gynecologist to deliver this baby. Hell, if you're going to have a home birth, you need some shit for the home birth. None of that. What were they going to do? How are they going to give birth to this baby? So, okay, thanks, Cookie. I'm sorry, Cookie is still covering on my hand, so I'm trying to get to comments. Have a Laugh says, from the promo, it looks like they're in a hospital this episode, so maybe we'll find out tonight. See, I think Doris is going to take Alma to the hospital after she finds her eating the squirrel in the graveyard, which I do want to say really quickly that I noticed at the end of last week's episode that when Doris approached the graveyard, the vampires were sniffing the air when she came around, and they didn't approach her. I mean, they were maybe a little far back, but when Doris saw the vampires in the graveyard, they didn't come towards her like they did in the first episode when the first time she saw them. They were clearly just standing back and watching her. And I don't know if it was because of Alma, but in my opinion, at that point, I wondered, did they not go after her because she took a pill? So, like I said, I am extremely excited to find out what's going to happen tonight. Jonas, thank you so much for being here. I love you. You are so wonderful too. BRT says, whoa, Doris, a ghost? I like that at the Black Sheep Soaps. Shit, did I miss something from Black Sheep Soaps that was badass? Doris is a ghost, says Black Sheep Soaps. That would absolutely be a good explanation of why nobody's preparing for this baby. She died maybe before, maybe while pregnant, and her ghost just doesn't know it. She's traveling with the family, and Harry's like, fuck it, I'm gonna let her stay here with me. I love my wife, I miss her, let her just stay here. That would absolutely be a good twist, Black Sheep Soaps. I love that idea. Instead of her being a witch, she is a ghost. Okay, Jesse says maybe the chemist works for Area 51. Zach, that guy, says the baby will be kidnapped and they'll have to face off to get it back. The daughter is going to do something she shouldn't, and the whole town is just going to implode and destroy itself. Kind of like a little poltergeist thing, huh? At the end, it's going to suck itself up and... Blaze is asking, what do I think about the second part being the story that Harry wrote? I think that would be a good idea, but I just don't think that's going to happen because from what I could read from my screenshots, from what Harry is writing, he's not writing something from the past. He's not writing an old script. So it doesn't take place in the past. It's not old-timey. So I think it would be a good idea, but I just don't think that it would happen. I did listen to the last podcast. Yes! I listened to number 3, Robbie. So guys, if you don't know, AHS has been putting out these little podcasts, from radio stations, and they've had these really cool interruptions and news reports and the fade-ins and fade-outs. Maybe I'll go over them in a video if I have some time to go with the theory that I've got going on about the town. But yeah, I absolutely have listened to those podcasts, and they are creepy and they are great. And I think they definitely give us some really great information about the town, the people, and more people that we have not yet to meet. Such as the podcast mention people, witnesses in the town. They give their names, and we have not met them yet in the town. So it kind of makes you wonder, where are the rest of the townspeople? I mean, I understand that the town is deserted. It's wintertime, everybody's really there during the summer, but the locals are still there during the winter. So where are they? I mean, did they all turn into vampires? Where are these people that are being mentioned on the podcast? Like the mayor, the witnesses. I mean, I don't understand it. So I love, though, these kind of fit the pieces of the puzzle in together and try to figure it out. So I have listened to it and I love it. And if you guys haven't had a chance to watch it yet, they are on YouTube. You can watch them for free. Uh, my sweet son, I'm doing a prank on mommy. Thank you guys. All right, Murder Motel. Murder Motel. Oh my God, I've missed you so much. Thank you for being here. Murder Motel says, Mary, Doris being a ghost would make sense, but the ghost things are always are ways used. So are the witch theories. Can she be an alien or something and it tie into the second part, like give us something different? That is a really good idea. I mean, something is going on with Doris here, guys. Something weird is going on with Doris, and especially with the family not preparing for the baby or even using the vernacular to describe the baby. So absolutely, I think that, oh, thank you so much, Alicia. You are so sweet. Thank you so much for the super chat. You are so wonderful. Guys, every single dime goes to improving the channel and making sure that you guys get live streams. So thank you so much. I want to get down to show Alicia's. Alicia says, any guess on when Doris will lose her shit? I think Alma is going to eat the baby. Right? I mean, seriously, the list of possibility of suspects to eat the baby are pretty limited at this point. So yeah, I definitely think Alma is a good prime suspect here. And I think Doris is absolutely going to lose it on this episode. I definitely think that she is going to reach her breaking point. I mean, any normal woman would, who's, scared out of her mind. She's pregnant. She's about to have a baby, and her daughter and her husband are doing weird things, and they're acting weird to her as well, calling her terrible names because she just doesn't understand their greatness. So I really think that it's going to happen tonight. So I think Doris is going to take Alma to the hospital. Excuse me. I think Doris is going to take Alma to the hospital after she finds her in the graveyard, as we saw at the end of last episode. And that is where they're going to start running tests on her and trying to find out what's wrong with her. But I tell her, look, there's nothing wrong with her. And I also think that in the preview, it showed Alma getting to some blood that had been stored nearby, which they don't do that in hospitals. However, I'm sure they do for, plot purposes. So I think Alma's going to get a good feed tonight from the hospital. So, and I think that Doris, once again, is going to see her daughter, just guzzling down this blood. And I think she's going to put two and two together. She took the pill. Her husband's been acting the same way. He sucked her blood from her finger. And yeah, she'll put two and two together and she'll absolutely lose her shit. And that will cause her to go into labor. Now, I know some of you guys have speculated that she's going to take the pill and that will cause the baby to come out, because the pill will not affect her. It will affect the baby, and the baby's going to want to come out at that time. I totally understand that. I do love that theory as well. But I love the idea that Doris took the pill, but it just doesn't make sense. Now, this is also the same person who said that it wouldn't make sense to have two serial killers at Camp Redwood for season 9 of AHS. And there were two killers at Camp Redwood. So, I mean, yeah, it doesn't make sense, but it might make sense to the people who are writing the story. So I am so excited about tonight. I am so excited to absolutely see what is going on and what is going to happen with Doris, Alma, and Harry. And I'm guys, I'm not going to lie, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed for Mickey, but I think that Mickey is going to be killed. And because of Mickey getting killed, Karen is going to steal and take the black pills as like sort of her revenge against Belle and Austin for killing her only friend. So that's where I think that Karen's going to go. And I think she's going to absolutely embrace being her new self. Thomas, it is so great to have you. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. White Bear Productions says, and I'm so glad to have you too, White Bear. I heard the 3rd chapter of this podcast got probably killed by those pale people at the end. I watched it today. I just don't remember exactly what happened. Chris is saying, Mary, I need your opinion on something that's really bothering me. if the ending of stories was all a game, does that mean the first 2 episodes were also games? Okay, Chris, that's a really good question here, because I've asked myself the same. I guess so. I guess that means the first 2 episodes were a game. They were just extra fodder, so to speak, extra cannon fodder for the game that she was creating, extra stories and kills that she added to the game. So yeah, I mean, that's what I got from it. I do hope I'm wrong, because I kind of like the fact that it wasn't a game at the first 2 episodes. So Murder Motel asks, do we know how many episodes are in this season, Mary? I believe we're getting 12 episodes, 6 for Red Tide and then 6 for the other half. So I believe that's the way that it's going to go. I could be wrong, so please excuse me if I'm wrong on that one. So Zach, that guy is saying, so is Harry going to take Alma to Lark like it's a normal teeth cleaning to check up? Right? It does seem like Harry is going to allow Alma to embrace taking the black pill and feeding her the blood, because he even tells her in the preview, I'm going to feed you, because he also knows the rules. He doesn't want Alma to feed off people. He doesn't want her to break the rules and do things that the adults are doing. So I definitely believe that, yeah, I mean, she won't have her teeth altered, but it would be interesting to know who will, obviously Alma's going to grow up, hopefully, and, probably she'll change her teeth then. That's what I think might happen. But thank you so much, Late Night Snacks. We are getting 10 episodes this season. So I was wrong, guys. Thank you so much for that information. I really do appreciate it. Dad Dawson says, I hope someone will eat Alma. She is kind of like of a little nasty child, and she's so much of a Debbie Downer. I literally can't comprehend with her. Fort Walton is asking, what chemist? Did I miss something? No, darling, you didn't miss anything, but in the previews they are talking about the chemist, and in the first 2 episodes they're talking about the chemist that created the pills, and that's supposed to be Angelica Ross, and she's hopefully going to be in this episode. Mike Gedney, so great to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Okay. Zach, that guy, thank you so much for the super chat. I sincerely appreciate it. Guys, again, every single dime donated to the channel goes to make it better. So I sincerely appreciate all your love and support. Zach, that guy says, second part is going to be about a human/alien baby. But whose baby? I mean, it would be great if it really was Harry and Doris's baby. But I just don't think it will, because I think that poor baby has has a bad future ahead of it. I do agree, high apple pie in the sky, vampires and aliens are a very interesting combo. Fort Walton Beach Girl asked, did I see Scathitch horns on the wall? Thanks for answering my question. Absolutely, darling. Where did you see that? I'm gonna have to go back and look at that now. So thank you for saying that. I will go back, because I will want to watch the 2 episodes before episode 3 tonight, so just to get a kind of better confirmation of things. Adam Kidd says, Angelica confirmed that we will be meeting the chemist tonight. Thank you, Adam Kidd. You are the best. So I am so ready, guys. The cop is not the chemist, DeVille. Adina Porter is the police officer, and Angelica Ross is the chemist. And the chemist is the one who actually created the pill, which I'm thinking that she's probably some kind of like of an alien, Murder Motel says, what if her best friend put the pills in a bottle and she didn't know it, and they were, thinking they were Aleve or something, and he forgot to put them there, so she wouldn't know what he's taking and took them, and that's how she is turned. Oh, that would be nice. That would be nice, thinking that some of them don't know that they're taking the pill, that, they're kind of being experimented on. Jesse asks, Mary, do you think we're going to get a horrific Thanksgiving episode where they all sit around the Thanksgiving table and eat the baby? I hope not. That would be one hell of a Thanksgiving. Of course, then again, in Scream Queens, they did have Gigi's head served to them in season 1, so I guess I wouldn't put it past them to serve a baby. All right, guys, so let me start closing things down. Wolfric says, hi, Mary Girl Moody. Love from India. I really love Sarah Paulson's character this season. Love to you, sweetie. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching the live stream, and lots of love from America. I really love Sarah Paulson's character this season, too. I just love how she wouldn't take the pill and how she was an artist. And I loved her conversation with Mickey in episode 2. In my opinion, their episode 1 and 2 were fantastic, but my favorite part has to be the conversation between Mickey and Karen. I absolutely love it. So I agree. I love Sarah Paulson's character this season, and I would love to see her get revenge if Mickey is killed. So absolutely. Murder Motel says, Jesse, that's messed up. What did you say, Jesse? Aaron asks, you're a fan of True Blood. Would you do videos like this for that show, even though it's ended, but reviewing them? You know, I actually would, Aaron. I do. I love True Blood. I love Alan Ball. The Sookie Stackhouse series were great written. I absolutely love them. So I will absolutely consider that, because that was a great show. And I do have a group on Facebook called Sookie's True Blood. I just remembered every single Sunday that those shows would come on. I'd sit in my bathtub with a bath bomb, and I would just live for an hour in my tub, just watching True Blood. I miss those days. All right, so what did... Oh, okay, that's what you were talking about. That's what everybody was saying was messed up. Wow, LOL. I do want to say, too, real quickly, I agree on Sarah Paulson's eyebrows. I noticed that she has eyebrows, and that she has eyebrows drawn above her eyebrows. So it's so weird. Like, her eyebrows are just, like Zach, that guy, says, like, her eyebrows are just like the Countess's eyebrows. We're in the end of Flickr. Jesse, oh my God. He says there's a preview of Alba and Harry. They walk in and see a turkey on the table. What if they really do eat the baby for Thanksgiving? Oh my God. That would be so awesome and terrible. Terrible. It would absolutely be terrible. Not awesome. I'm so sorry. Hi, apple pie in the sky. You were, oh, whoops, sorry. Your comment moved away from me. Hi, reader, love your channel. Thank you so much, Hi Apple Pie in the Sky. I did not know, by the way, Aaron, that there is a True Blood reboot. What? I even got the comics of True Blood. I'll come on the next live stream and show you guys. But I do have a couple of hardbound comics that were written about True Blood. So graphic novels. Graphic novels, they are graphic novels. And yes, I am so excited for Halloween Kills. I am so ready to see it. And I cannot wait to see the new Candyman movie that came out this past Friday. I've just been so busy with kids and everything that I haven't had a chance to see it. But my good YouTubing friend, EJ Marino, guys, he's wonderful. He also reviews American Horror Story. He has reviewed Candyman and so many other great shows. So absolutely go check out EJ's channel. Just EJ Marino, and just type in American Horror Story EJ and he'll pull right up. Go check out his reviews. And like I said, he definitely did do a great review on Candyman, though I haven't watched it yet because I don't want to be spoiled on what happens. But the True Blood reboot is going to be written by the trash writers of Riverdale, says Jesse. Oh, God, if it ain't written by Alan Ball, Craig Chester, or any of those great people, I'm not watching it. So, yeah. All right, guys, thank you all so much for being here. Murder Motel says, what if they dressed him up in a turkey outfit that left a baby for Thanksgiving dinner? Okay, guys, we're getting too sick here. We're getting too sick about eating the baby. Sorry, I'm going to go to hell for laughing. Okay, guys, thank you all. Will Alma make tasty little friends, says Todd Dawson. I'm going to go, guys. We are getting too dark. Thank you all so much for being here. You guys are the best. And Of course, I'll have my review up tomorrow. And don't forget, of course, to beware of sexy scathach out there and balls. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for being here and enjoy the episode tonight. And if you're still hungry after this episode, don't forget, you can go check out my theory videos. There's almost 50 of them, and just enjoy them. And I put a lot of work into them, so I hope you guys enjoy them. Love you all and enjoy the episode tonight. Bye, everybody.